Thank you, Jesus. Y'all don't even know what it took to get to this moment. I will tell you guys details later. But oh my God, y'all, I can't believe he had to touch the ground. He's in the motherland for the first time out of his whole family, all the generations since slavery that were brought to America from Africa. He's the first in his bloodline to touch the motherland right now. First in centuries since his family was stolen and brought over here. He made it home.
Today's my last day here in my house. Tomorrow I leave for Bali indefinitely, and it just feels like very bittersweet, so surreal. And I truly, like, I love my house. I love my house. This has been my home for the past year and a half where I've really sought refuge. This has been my haven. And yes, I'm moving to Bali, like, and it's very bittersweet, and it sucks. Like, I just can't live here anymore. My children are here. I don't really speak to my family, but my children live here. They're 14 and 18 years old. I just don't want to be here. I don't want to be here anymore. I have lived here almost 40 years of my life. There's so much more to the world. There's so much more to the world than just this little piece of backyard, this house. There's so much to see, and I don't want to see it only 2 times a year, only 2 weeks a year. I want a vacation. I want to travel for all my life, but just know that there are sacrifices. There are sacrifices that are made, and this is one of them, having to give up my house yet again. Willingly, but having to do this in order to get to what I want. This is the closing of a chapter and the beginning of another one, and it's beautiful, it's bittersweet, but at the same time it's the bitter part now. It's the bitter part now.
White people.
Okay, white America, I come with a message from Black America. We're leaving. We are leaving. You have won. We are leaving. All of us are leaving. All the colored people, all the brown people, we are leaving. You're going to get what you want. We are leaving. We are leaving, okay? You're going to get what you want. You say you all want us out of America. We are leaving. We are leaving. We promise. We have no problems leaving. As long as you leave Africa and you leave the Caribbean, don't take nothing. Just go. Just go. That's it. That's the arrangement. You leave Africa and you leave the Caribbean and don't come back, don't take nothing. Walk out with your 2 hands empty. That's the arrangement. We will leave America, sure, to the blue eyes, to those that say they want to make America great again, to those that say black people need to leave, Spanish people need to go. We will leave as long as you leave Africa and the Caribbean. Tell me what you think. Do we have a deal? Let me know.
All right, guys, let's go. We're going to the coffee shop. That's the crew back there following me. They all back there. All these Americans are coming to get some this amazing property. So,
greetings, everybody. Across the United States, thousands of Black Americans are quietly making a radical decision to leave the land of their birth and return to the land of their ancestors. They are not just visiting Africa, they are moving there for good. But why now? What are they escaping? And what are they finding? This is not just a relocation, this is homecoming. To understand this exodus, we must first understand the pain. For generations, Black Americans have faced systematic racism, police violence, economic exclusion, and a deep sense of not belonging in their own country.
Why African Americans are flogging back to Africa every day. Donald Trump, as he came to power, he insisted that the people, everyone has to go back to their countries and build up their countries. And this is what is happening today. This is what is happening today. And the way it is happening is not the way they expected. So what does this mean? This means that a lot of things is going to be done. Many things are going to be changed, because today, let's be realistic. America is America is a country. America is not a continent. America is a country. US is a country, and this country is carrying many different people. It's built or made up of different races of the people. It's not only made up of for the white people. So, and the people who build up this great empire are not Americans. This is an empire which was built up by the sweat, by the strength, and by the energy of the black people. And after they build these great empires, their generations were never given the chance or given the opportunities of this country from these countries. Their generation have been humiliated for a very long time. They've never been given, or they never treated equally, just like the other citizens. So many years ago, African Americans were not ready to try to maybe trace their identity or their ancestral backgrounds. They never have the time to go back to the history and maybe try to know who are they, try to know where they came from and what made them to be where they are. But after many of Africans came on internet and tried to speak the issues that concerns black Americans, tried to talk more concerning their return to Africa, that's when many started to go back to the history and try to find out who are they, where they came from, what made them to be where they are, and why Africans are so concerned about the issue that they are passing through. Because I am an African. The black American in America is just a person who looks just like me. So we can't have something to be differentiated, maybe speaking accent, but we share everything in common. So after many African Americans have visited Africa and tried to give testimonies, try to explain how Africa is, and find that all that they have been growing up knowing how Africa is very different from what they have gone there and maybe experienced by themselves. So that has influenced many African Americans just to have that. They want to go and experience how Africa is. They want to go and try to trace their ancestral background. They want to go and connect with their DNA. That's why every day we are seeing the thousands of African Americans are flocking back to Africa. And once they reach to Africa, they speak about, you must love it, because they love to see the environment of Africa. They love the foods, they love the culture, they love everything. They love the association and the warm welcoming from Africa.
We are all black women who left America and moved to Africa. We are living in paradise and happy AF. God is good.
Text without believing how they said you're supposed to believe it. And I think that's the problem. We're throwing out the baby with the bathwater. But if you look at those
if you're speaking about like comedic texts and things of that nature, fine. But I'm saying this whole Bible,
but it comes from the comedic text.
Yeah, everybody
because if you understand, and see, that's why I can say that, because I understand Kemet.
Mm-hmm. I've shown you the clip of the great celebrities like Rick Ross in South Africa, as he said that he want to spend more time in South Africa because he feels like he's in a paradise.
Out here in the most beautiful place in the world. Make sure, I want to reiterate this, make sure Cape Town is #1 on your places to travel 2025. Peace is priceless. You understand? Last night I got to work with an amazing team. You guys don't know what's going on yet, and we can't announce it yet, but last night I worked with an amazing director, an amazing team, a super cool counterpart, and man, I'm excited for when this come out. We're gonna push this through the roof. It's real dope. I want to spend more time here. So, toast to CPT, baby, in SA.
very bad for you to grow up maybe using or living the life of some people, but you don't have the opportunity to live your life. And this comes where maybe you find yourself, you're growing in a family which you don't belong. And you find yourself that you must live the life that this family tells you to live. They are the one to decide how you dress, how you eat, where to go, and when and how, which time do you have to sleep. That's how the Black Americans or African Americans have been living in America, because they don't have that freedom. You can't just wake up and decide that you want to go somewhere. You can't just wake up and say that you want to invest with all that you have, because you never know what tomorrow may bring. You never know about tomorrow. You may wake up tomorrow and find that you have nothing, because all that you hear from the government is that you have to go where you belong. And many people have never have even idea on how Africa looks like. Where is Africa? We still have today some African Americans who don't want to be associated or to be put in a class of African Americans. They believe that they are Americans. 100% DNA is American, and they are okay with that. So the government of US are the one who caused this, and at this time, I believe that they're regretting for what they did and all that is happening, because economy of US has been built up by high percent of the Black community. When you go to many countries, like many industry, like music industry in the United States is being controlled by Black community, because all the celebrities, like all that we see, the movie directors, movie actors, the musicians, most of them are African Americans. They are Black Americans. So if they can relocate from America and go back to Africa and find that life in Africa is more than what they expected, is more compared to where they have been raised, they have been grow all that years, then I don't believe that they can want to go back to where they came from. So this means that economy is going to be dropped. This means that economy is going to be affected. So in anything that you do, you must know that there must be an impact. You must know that there must be there must be effects, and you might be affected positively or negatively. So all this that is happening, the economy of America must be shaken, and all that is happening, all the destruction of America is only being caused by themselves. They're the one who caused this. They're the one who are still causing all that is happening, just because of racism. Racism has been a problem in Europe for many years. This racism has caused a lot of damages. This racism has caused a lot of problems, which today there are some people who have gained. There's many people who have lost. So for those who maybe they are feeling, or they are not sure if they can relocate to Africa, you don't have to listen to us, because we are not forcing you to go to Africa. We are not. But you have to try to listen to your fellow African Americans and try to listen to them. Ask them what they experienced from Africa, how they can explain to you, how they can tell you about what they have been experienced there, because these people have been living under the lies. These people have been living under the lies over 400 years ago. But now it's the time the truth has been uncovered. The truth has come to limelight. And that's why today you see the commotion that's happening today. I came across a video yesterday where there is a white man who was saying that Europe and America and Africa is going to have a generational war. So why do we have to cause a generational war? Because this cannot bring any solution, cannot bring any impact to our life. All that we are doing today is, when you see Africans are coming out and they are speaking that they are also only concerned about the African issues, this means that we are only fighting on how to make Africa great again. on how to reclaim the dignity, on how to make African countries independent. The white Americans or the Europe, they fear the unity of Africa because in their minds, maybe they feel like if African or the black community can unite, then they are going to avenge all that they did to our ancestors during slavery time, during colonization, all this, and all the damage they caused to Africa. But I don't think that is the reason as to why the Africans want the unity. That's not, if you can remember all that happened due to our ancestors, to our freedom fighters like Kwame Nkrumah, Patrice Lumumba, and Thomas Sankara, all that they committed, which cost their life, is only speaking about the unity. It's only speaking about the truth, because all this truth was buried many years ago, and it was not expected to be open or to be addressed by anybody. Because if the Africans of those days could have known the truth, they could have not been killed. Ibrahim Traore is now today coming out to speak about the unity, and he has faced several assassination attempts, but he was not, they have not managed to take him down because the Africans know the truth. If you can remember during the time the assassination of Muammar Gaddafi. Muammar Gaddafi was killed under the watch of Africans, but they couldn't do anything because they were already deceived. They never know any truth. That's why they take him down easily. But this time, the Africans know the truth, and the truth is out, and the truth is out of the light.